Hello and welcome to the in news series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about UK election and what is the context of Indian diaspora here. As you already know that India has completed its election recently and we can see the 18th Lok Sabha which is going on, and so many parliamentary debates we can also see, and also debates on the motion of thanks. Similarly, we have also seen that today is the 4th of July and UK is going to witness its election. And why we are discussing the UK election? Because there is a significant amount of Indian diaspora which lives there and they have an important say in forming the government. So that's why it's very important to have a debate and discussion on UK election and what impact it could have on Indian diaspora. So this session is important for your GS2 perspective. Moving towards the points of discussion part. First of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we are going to discuss when is the general election, then we are going to discuss how the UK elects its prime minister. So we are going to know the nitties-gritties of it, and also what are the main parties who are involved into this election, and then we are going to have a discussion on Indian diaspora in UK. After that, we are going to discuss practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to the Drishti IAS channel. Moving towards the news part. So as I had already discussed this thing with you that today is the 4th of July and today UK is going to witness election and it's already going on in the United Kingdom. And who are the main contenders we are going to discuss in future session, that who are the main political parties and what's their agenda behind this and what it can have impact on Indian diaspora. So this is the brief news we are going to cover up in today's session. So coming to the next one is about when is the general election. So today is the 4th July and today is the date of voting in United Kingdom. And here we can see that there is a Parda period also. We are going to discuss what is the Parda period in UK, and also we are going to discuss that what is the structure of the UK political parties and also the voting patterns and system. So by law, the UK Parliament is dissolved 25 working days before. So on May 30, Rishi Sunak had announced that there will be the election on 4th of July, and till May 30 to 4th of July, what we have seen that there is a system of Parda system in which there cannot be any announcement of policies by any police officials, any civil servants. Though the politicians and different party leaders are allowed to announce any kind of policies to canvass their votes, but when it comes to the official announcement, so it's not there during the Parda period. So this is very much important for the Parda period. So what is the Parda period? What is the duration of the Parda period? So till the time when the last general election and last common what you can say sitting arrangement and common elections, the MPs sit for the last meeting. So till the time the dissolution of the common people after till the formation of the government. So this is the time period. So suppose that on May 30 they had dissolved the parliament, and if they will form the government on 10th of July or for say 10th of August, October, whatever the date they can be. So till that time there can be a system of Parda period, and in that period nothing new can be announced by any political leader or any what you can say general police or civil servant and who are the government authorities. So this is the Parda period, and currently there are no MPs and every seat in the Commons is vacant. So there is a House of Commons, just like India there is a Lok Sabha, there is a House of Commons in UK. So there is currently no MP in the House of the Commons. Now we come to the next one, which is the how the UK elects its prime minister. So the UK is divided into 650 constituency and each is represented by one MP. And here just like India also, that the party who has the highest vote, they can form the government, and the party suppose that who has the highest vote, they can form the government in coalition and also alone if they are considering the more than 50% of the seats, they alone can contribute and form the government. So this is very similar to the Indian thing. And on election day, the registered voter can go and they will vote for their political leader, political party. And there is also system of the post in advance. People vote by post in advance, for generally for the senior citizens and the officials who cannot come to their constituency. So this is the what you can say current scenario of the UK electoral system. It is very much similar to the India. Now we come to the another one. Another one is about the main parties. So there are many parties, there are many political leaders who are contesting for it, but it is expected, and so many surveys also says that they are the two main contenders. And who are two main contenders? The first one is Keir Starmer and the second one is the Rishi Sunak. So Keir Starmer belongs to the Labour Party and Rishi Sunak belongs to the Conservative Party. So these are the two political parties who are the main contenders, and it is expected that the fight between these two political leaders, Keir Starmer and Rishi Sunak. So Rishi Sunak was the former Prime Minister of UK, and it is expected that so many polling booths, so many surveys, so many what you can say investigation is saying that the mood of today's election is tilted towards the Keir Starmer, though we don't know what is the result till now, but today is the voting day. So here we come to the next one, which is about the Indian diaspora. So why it's important to have a discussion on Indian diaspora? As you already know that Rishi Sunak, who is the former Prime Minister of UK, belongs to the Indian origin. And Indian origin is the largest ethnic identity in the UK. So it's very important to have discussion and their role in the UK election, because with their support only, by minimal votes, Rishi Sunak became the leader of the Conservative Party and also the Prime Minister of UK. So it's very important to observe their role. So when we talk about the strength, so their strength is 2.5% of the total population of the UK. So this is the current scenario. And as per the South China Morning Post report, Ashwin Krishnaswamy, a UK-based technology investor and trustee, said that Indian diaspora aligning with the sentiments of an anti-Tory wave. So Conservative parties are also known as the Tories, and this time they are saying that though Rishi Sunak has a what you can say there was a time he was a poster boy for the Indian community, but right now the sentiments had got changed and people are not happy with the economic scenario and whatever the economic crunches and financial crisis Britain is going through. So in this scenario, even the Indian diaspora is not supporting the Rishi Sunak. And the last investigation and survey shows that 61% people have faith on Keir Starmer, and even to the Indian community, British Indian also believes in the what you can say candidature of the Keir Starmer. So that's why it's very important that here, not just that if you belong to an Indian origin, it means that Indian diaspora will vote for you. This is not enough. You have to also work and you have to also satisfy the needs of the diaspora there. So this is also thing. And also there was a trend that earlier also British Indian were more supported towards the Labour Party, but later what it got changed. So many educated and English businessmen, Indian businessmen come to the fora and they had started supporting to the Conservative Party, which is tilted towards the right wing. So this scenario changed, and what we have seen that from last 14 years, this particular Tories are in the power, and in last 14 years they had changed the 5 prime ministers. So this can be also one of the reasons that people are not showing their faith towards the Rishi Sunak, because there was a constant and significant change in the leadership in last 14 years. So there was no build and faith among the people that whom to vote, and this person can lift out from the poverty, immigration, health. So many crises are also going into the Britain. So that's why it's very important that your identity do matter, your origin do matter, but also you need to satisfy the country of the origin people, native people. So that's why it is expected that this time Indian diaspora will vote for the Labour Party. Now we come to the question down. The question is, because here we had discussed about different forms of government and I had already made comparison between the India and UK. the electoral system is almost similar. So that's why it's very important to have a discussion on the forms of governance. So here the question is related to the parliamentary form of governance, and here you have to find out the correct statement, and these are the 4 statements we have. The executive branch is separate from the legislative branch. The head of the state is always the same as the head of the government. The executive is accountable to the legislature and can be dismissed by it. Members of the executive are not part of the legislature. So here you have to find that which one is the correct statement. So that's it for today's session. If you like this session, kindly like, share and comment. And if you have any queries later this session, kindly ask in the comment section. Have a nice day. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.